Hi, Brandon from BC DeLorean here. We're going to do something a little different. We're going to do an unboxing. This will be my first unboxing. Today we're going to unbox this. This is a Hot Toys 1/6 scale Back to the Future Doc Brown Deluxe version. Hot Toys are about a 12-inch tall action figure, highly detailed and articulated. 1/6 scale is what they're known as. Now, the reason I wanted to unbox this particular toy is one, it is new. It just came out. But two, he's got a few items in this particular costume, the 1985 parking lot white radiation suit, that we actually have in our collection as one-to-one scale prop replicas. And so I thought it would be kind of fun to show the 1/6 scale versions mixed with the actual size versions that we have in our collections. So bear with me, this is my first unboxing. That being said, if you want to see some professional unboxing, particularly professional Hot Toys unboxing, you'll have to check out friend of BC DeLorean, Paul Sun-Hyung Lee, over at Bitter Asian Dude. You know him as Mr. Kim from Kim's Convenience, as well as Captain Carson Teva from The Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett. Over on his channel, Bitter Asian Dude, he does a Sunday night weekly live stream where he unboxes lots of Hot Toys, mainly Star Wars, as well as other geeky collectibles. I'll be sure to link his channel in the description below. While I'm talking about it, a couple other incredible toy channels to check out. Personal favorite of mine and another friend of BC DeLorean is the folks over at Toy Anxiety and YHS. I'll be sure to link them in the description below. They do weekly Toy Talk live streams, Tuesday nights, 6:30 Pacific, 9:30 Eastern. It's a fantastic show, so much fun, and all the hosts are hilarious. And finally, check out Geek Dad Life, another fantastic toy streamer. Jay and John, they do an excellent job, breaking down the news, and they do a really fun show over on Geek Dad Life. So I'll be sure to link all of those channels down in the description below. But let's crack into this. Flip over here, B-cam. So first things first, the box designs on these Hot Toys are amazing. Like, beautiful, high quality images. Obviously we've got the logo up here, and then this is the back of the DeLorean backing out of Doc Brown's van. This is the first time we see the DeLorean. This particular car is known as the hero car or the A car, and it was actually featured in a documentary. I believe it's called Out of Time, Saving the DeLorean Time Machine. I could be wrong about the title. There was a couple of different Back to the Future documentaries, but this particular one is about a team of builders restoring the original DeLorean, the A car, that is this car that you see rolling out of the back of Doc Brown's van. That car is now on display at the Peterson Auto Museum in Los Angeles. So if you're out in that area, check out the original DeLorean time machine at the Peterson Auto Museum. We've got a side banner here. This is the mall parking lot. This is the little kiosk that Marty is driving towards when he's about to time travel for the first time. We've got a new logo up here, Back to the Future. It says the Out of Time Tour 85. I do find it funny that this is a 1985 Doc Brown from the first film, but the logo on the side is a hover DeLorean from part 2. Back of the box here, BTTF logo. We've got a DeLorean, a little flux capacitor, box information, but really, like, this box is beautiful in itself. But let's get to the figure. Oh, and if you're wondering, Paul, I do have the original shipper box for the resale value, so no need to worry there. These are what the boxes come in. If you resell Hot Toys online, you're apparently able to get a couple extra bucks if you have this original cardboard shipper. I think I have them for most of them, except maybe my first Marty McFly Hot Toy, because I did buy that one secondhand. That was the first Hot Toy that I bought. So inside the packaging, we've got another photo of the DeLorean with some time circuit dates up above. This is from the sequence when the DeLorean first travels through time. So I believe technically Einstein would be in the DeLorean in this particular shot. The dates above, we've got November 5th, 1955, the red letter date. October 26th, 1985, and then November 5th, 1955 again from last time departed. In fact, this might be the particular shot where you can clearly see that it is a stunt driver wearing a furry costume to resemble Einstein sitting in the driver's seat. So next time you watch Back to the Future, look closely at this sequence here, see if you can see that stunt driver. Some card there, and then this is what it's all about. This is the figure here. So you can see it's Doc Brown in the radiation suit. Tons of accessories, absolutely a mountain of 1/6 scale accessories. And that's really the reason I was most excited about this figure. One of the things I'm actually not too excited about is the head sculpt on this particular figure. It's not a new head sculpt, it's one expression. Hot Toys sometimes will give you switch out heads. My Marty McFly has a couple of switch out heads, and the head sculpt on that is fantastic. It looks like Michael J. Fox. But as much as this looks like Christopher Lloyd, I'm just not happy with the one facial expression of the open jaw. It just doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't do it for me. So I did pull my 2015 Doc Brown, Hot Toys, which I had already, just so that we could compare the two figures. Now, that being said, the 1885 Hot Toy that I have on pre-order from part 3, it does have a new head sculpt, and its mouth isn't open, and I'm really looking forward to that one. But like I said, these are the kind of things that I'm most excited about, is all these little screwdrivers, pliers, crescent wrench, flashlight, calipers, electrical tape, square, and namely this tool belt here. There's a little foreshadowing for you, a tool belt. I don't know if I can get it. A little bit more detail in this particular shot. But look at all of these little tiny tools that we're just going to put inside Doc Brown's tool belt. I didn't pull any screen caps, so the placement today in this video probably won't be screen accurate, but after I'm definitely going to go back and look at screen caps and look at the movie and try to make the placement of the tools as accurate as possible. That being said, there might be something in the instructions, because I haven't even pulled it fully out of the box yet. Here's the box. Yep, we've got instructions on the back. That's an important part. If you are a fan of Paul at Bitter Asian Dude, you know what how important the instructions are. So, following his advice, we'll start with the instructions. There you go. Doc Brown instructions sheet. Classic. Folds open. What do we got here? Tells us about his clip, his pocket protector, the map accessory, where his calipers go, his notebook, his watches, actually plural watches, and and his, oh yes, it does show us on the bottom here, it does show us where all the items go in his toolbox. And then we've got a back size here. We've got a stopwatch and the silver bag, and the clipboard, the RC remote. Oh, I guess it comes with an extra stopwatch for Einstein. I unfortunately don't have an Einstein because they put out a new version of the 1985 Marty McFly Hot Toy. It's a re-release, and that was the version that came with the Einstein. The original version didn't come with an Einstein. The exclusive came with a guitar. I didn't get the exclusive, but now the re-release comes with an Einstein. And then this one, this is the deluxe version, and this is what you get in the deluxe version. You get the plutonium case. So here's a plutonium case here. You can just see it peeking out of the bottom of the frame, but in this deluxe version, you get a 1/6 scale version of Doc's plutonium case. But we will keep those to the side and readily available for when we need to use them. Let's take this plastic off here. We've got some decals here. I just don't want these to fall out. Let's see some tiny little radioactive decals. This is what it's all about here. Oh, great, we're losing stuff already. We lost a watch and a couple hands. I'll show you that real quick, and then I'll just take them out. Watch there. His hands back. And now, I don't know what, oh, they came at the bottom here. So we'll pull the figure out first. Paul likes to refer to this as the serial killer bag. So we'll remove the serial killer bag first. Lots of protective plastic on these so that the paint doesn't rub. Oh, that one came off nice and easy. On his shoes as well, we'll have to pay attention to his shoes. And then we've got one more piece on here, and I came prepared with some scissors. Get rid of this tape. Oh, and we've got protective, what do we got here? Pop his head off, headless Doc Brown. You can put any Hot Toys head on there if you wanted a radiation suit version. But I just have to take this little piece of protective tape off of his neck. And then it can pop right back on. And around. Wow. The likeness is incredible. It's just having that locked facial expression with no switch out head. It kind of bugs me a little bit. Get the base out first so that we can set Doc up and then look at all his fun accessories. Hot Toys has these little crotch stands. They used to do ones around the waist, but they stopped doing that. I don't know if it was damaging figures or something, but who knows. Wow, so there he is. There is Doc Brown in all his glory. I'm sure he's in focus there. And now let's get through all these accessories. I probably should have set up a close-up cam I wasn't thinking about how absolutely ridiculously small these accessories are. Let's start here. This, we have a little pocket protector, tiny little pocket protector, and the instructions tell me that it goes in which one here? It goes far off to the left. Okay, and then we need his clip. Open this very carefully as to not pop anything out. That would ruin my day. So we need his clip. And probably in this little envelope with paper. We've got, I see, oh, there it is. I'm just going to take all this paper out of this package. Come on. Try not to get it stuck to the tape. Okay, little file folder, some papers. But what we were looking for is this map. If I can pick it up, oh my goodness. So this, how do they want this to go? Want this. Wow, this is intricate. Oh, what do you know? Popped right off. And my floor is gray. Wow. Good thing the DeLorean has underlining for the hover mode, because that was the only reason I was able to see it. All right, we'll try that again. I just won't mess with the pens this time. Wow, that is unbelievable. Tiny little piece of paper. We've got, what is it here on this side? We've got some pens in the pocket, a clip, and the paper. Now it wants the calipers and the notebook. The notebook is actually something I was quite looking forward to. I'll have to put Doc Brown on this side. He'll rotate a little bit easier. Just keeps getting caught up on the radiation case. Again, all things, I thought it would be cool to have the radiation case, but the radiation case has bumps and rivets on it, which are causing an issue. But that's okay. We're all learning together. So calipers, I don't have a pair of these calipers, but one of the things I do have is this notebook. This notebook is actually a Gremlins notebook. So if you look for it, you can see a Gremlins notebook. Now this is not a real one. I've made this. I have not been able to find this actual Gremlins notebook. But if you don't know, Steven Spielberg produced Back to the Future. Steven Spielberg also produced Gremlins. They also were shot both on the Universal backlot, namely in Courthouse Square. So when you watch Gremlins, the opening shot with the titles is a big panning shot over the town square, It is the exact same town square from Back to the Future. You can see the clock tower. You can see the concrete or grassy area in front of the clock tower, and those three streets, all in Gremlins, which is shot the year before. Gremlins is 1984 release. Back to the Future was 1985. But it's just a fun little tribute to Steven Spielberg, where Doc Brown has a Gremlins notebook hanging off the side. So we've got a full-scale Gremlins notebook and a 1/6 scale Gremlins notebook. And that is supposed to go in the same pocket as the caliper, just hanging off. We'll put the Gremlins notebook in first, then the calipers. Perfect. What do we got next? Wristwatches. Well, that was the thing that fell out originally. It was a tiny little 1/6 scale wristwatch. Now, I don't have this watch. This is a little silver watch. I can't remember off the top of my head what brand of watch that is. But his other watch, I can tell you what brand it is. It is a Seiko. A Seiko watch. Now this little black wristwatch here, this little doohickey that's hanging off of it, but what it actually is it's a trigger. This is a trigger for the stopwatch. So this particular item, what wrist does it go on? This is his right wrist. So for the Hot Toys, all you do is you pop off their little joints here. We're going to put which way does this go? That goes towards the sleeve. So this goes this way, up on the wrist, this way. And then this, try not to break it. It's a very thin wire piece. Oh, but it is a bendable wire. Oh, interesting. This goes on the finger. Fits perfectly on Doc Brown's finger, like so. So we can see here, we've got the wristwatch on, and then what looks like a little ring he's wearing is the trigger for the stopwatch. And while we're talking about it, I just so happen to have one right here. A Seiko stopwatch with trigger. I can't remember the particular name of this stopwatch. But you can see here, the idea is that he wears this. See if it'll fit my wrist. Well, I'm Doc Brown, I'm wearing two watches. He wears the stopwatch, and then this will go on your finger. I'll have to double check what finger he wears it on in the movie. This one shows it on the ring finger, which is the finger that I put it on, which makes sense. But if you watch the movie, you'll see Doc Brown talking to Marty with this Seiko stopwatch. And the idea is that you press this trigger, which just uses a little rod, a little push pin inside the watch. So if I switch it to, oh, this watch is upside down. It'll be good for you. If I start it, so start the watch, let's see. You see that running. Every time I hit the trigger, the top row is marking like a track time, right? So if you were running multiple laps or something and you wanted to track each lap, you would hit this. But that's what it is. It is a stopwatch trigger. So yeah, it's neat little things that just fill out the character. I mean, obviously the stopwatch was something that Doc Brown was using story-wise in having the two stopwatches being synced up with like Einstein's stopwatch. But all of this, all of these little details, they're just unique, interesting things that fill out the Doc Brown character through his costume. Okay, we'll put on the other watch. Yeah, I don't have this particular silver watch. I'm sure it must be a Casio. Because Marty McFly, damn it, Marty McFly wears a Casio calculator watch. So I'm pretty sure that this is just a silver version of the Casio calculator watch. But did you know that Doc Brown wears two watches? These are all fun things to look for next time you watch the first movie. Stopwatch, silver watch. Okay, so now it wants us to work on the tool belt and the silver pouch. Tool bag and pouch. Slide the belt through the reverse side of the tool bag and pouch in shown sequence and direction. Wear the belt and buckle up at the front. Slide the clip onto the belt to hold the end section. Oh, clothespin. Oh yeah. He's got a clothespin. I don't know if I've ever realized that he actually has a clothespin on his costume. So we've got the tool belt and the silver pouch that we're working on. And I guess this must be the strap for the tool belt. Black strap. A protective piece of plastic. Little piece of leather. Some actual holes in it. Unbelievable. So it wants us to tool belt goes this way and go in and out, in and out. And then we add the silver pouch here, which, oh, I see on the back side. There's a little tiny belt loop. Tiniest little belt loop. So now we've got a pouch and a tool belt. And they go tool belt on one side. What side would that be? I'm trying to do it opposite. So tool belt on the right side, pouch on the left side. I could just have a reference. I gotta spin him again. Should have pulled up some reference, but that's okay. Next time. Maybe after I'll compare all of the different Hot Toys. Getting in a little, there's actually like a little hole. Unbelievable. Okay. I'm gonna fix things after. I don't have the time to get it through, but I put it in one. We'll get it behind the calipers here. Silver pouch on the side. Tool belt on the side. Arms out of the way. And there he is. Now he's got a silver pouch. Is that what it wants? Silver pouch kind of goes off to the side here, and a tool belt. Oh, clothespin. You have to go back and look at the clothespin. Goes on the side with the tool belt. Now this clothespin is not a real functioning clothespin. I guess it has been designed just wide enough to grip onto the belt. His belt might need to be a little bit tighter, but I will fix that when I actually display him. I'll have to fix the cinching on the tool belt, give that the right look to that radiation suit. But now is a good time to talk about another item that we have here, which is a tool belt. So this is the same type of tool belt that Doc Brown wears. I believe it's a Klein Tools, established 1857. The model number is 5164, kind of printed here or stamped into the leather. But this is something, now my tool belt, the actual belt itself is the right one, but I've just been filling it with period specific tools, and just piecing it together, making it sort of my own. But I got important things like the electrical tape hanging off of the end here. Same kind of colors. We got a little flashlight and monkey wrench and pliers. But you can see we got the little hanging part where the electrical tape will hang off. This one's a little darker color. This is a real Klein one, so maybe it was darker in the movie, or that could just be something to do with the coloring of the film, and then Hot Toys making it a little darker. But to pair with that is a silver pouch. Now this silver pouch, which is the other item that we just put on the Hot Toy here, next to the notebook there, this is, I think, a really interesting piece. This is a printer for a stopwatch. So the idea is that you put this on your belt, and it prints a Seiko stopwatch connected to it. This stopwatch, the battery's dead. But the idea is that as you mark your laps, the same with that trigger on the wristwatch stopwatch, is as you do your laps, you can then hit the print select mode, and then it would print. Now the printer, I believe, still works. Yeah, you can sort of hear it. I can get some. The batteries are dying, but I can get some paper. Oh, we got some ink. Get a little bit more, and then you tear it off, and there you go. You got all your running your track times. Now this, it's spilling some ink, so I mean it is old. It's probably 40 years old, this thing, but that's what the silver pouch is on the side of Doc Brown's belt. Now you don't really see the printer or anything. It's all just tucked inside. Like so. But you do see him holding the stopwatch. It's one of the stopwatches he had. I'm sure it's in the Hot Toys box as well. So yeah, printer and Doc Brown's tool belt. And that's what we got here. They've made the little printer. That's what we were just looking at. I'll pull it out again. That's what we were just looking at, is this Seiko printer. It's a tiny little 1/6 scale version of it. They've even gone so far as putting in the battery compartment on the back. Oh, no, Siri, I don't need to. That tucks in there. And they just want you to fold the top over top. Like so. Nice and clean. Yeah, printer goes in there. And the stopwatch goes around his neck. Oh. It actually clips into the bottom of the bag. So we'll hang this around his neck. Like so. Oh, maybe it should go the other way. This can go down here. Doesn't really hang very nicely. Great detail, but doesn't have the same real world physics. And then there's a tiny little plug in the bottom of the bag. Sorry, I gotta do this down here to keep it stabilized. Stopwatch itself kind of just hangs, I guess, and then the cord plugs into the bottom of the bag. I guess I'll have to do some insert shots or something, because I wasn't even thinking about how close up all of this stuff would have needed to be. I was just thinking about the big items. But let's get this tool belt going. Well, there it is. There's Doc Brown's tool belt full, as well as my tool belt full. Again, like incredible detail on all of these. The fact that they had to make all these little tiny pieces just to fill it out is unbelievable. So stopwatch over there. I'm gonna show the other items, but I don't believe I have the correct hands on for him to hold the items. So the first is the remote control. Now this is something that we should have. The builder of our time machine has yet to actually deliver our remote control, so maybe one day. It's one of the things that just never came, and it's been hard to get him to send us this control. So maybe by the time I do something else, I'll be able to do a little comparison video of these, but it's fully detailed. It's got the front and the back. I wish the antenna was maybe removable, just because it is very, very fragile. So I will put the foam piece back on it. And we've got his calculator clipboard, which I haven't even thought about trying to find. But that would definitely be something very cool to find. And those additional paper, where did they go? Did I lose the papers? Where did I put those papers? those papers and file folder, they just sit on, they actually just are, they don't even go in. So there's the clipboard, and then you get some papers. And they don't even go on the clipboard. Clipboard isn't actually functional. You're just supposed to put them in between his hand and the clipboard where they would fit. So I'll put them back in for now. There was an additional stopwatch, like I mentioned. This is the other stopwatch. That is supposed to go on Einstein, but I don't have an Einstein. Oh well. So I guess the last thing is we got a couple interchangeable hands. These are the hands that would hold the remote control and the clipboard. So maybe I'll set them up like that later. I don't know yet. Don't know exactly how I'm gonna display this. But here we go. We have got a plutonium case on top of a plutonium case. Huh? How about that? Look at that. Beautiful. That is amazing. Unbelievable. All those little canisters. There is only one spot empty for this little tiny, there we go, this little tiny plutonium with removable rod, and it is going to go in the one open spot right here, which is, so we've got a full case, and that's about it. We've got some stickers here that I'm sure, are they extra? Oh, one is supposed to go on the inside. Remove the transparent case holder before closing the case, otherwise both the holder and case will be damaged. Fold the transparent case holder towards the direction shown. Insert the holder at the edge of the inner case to support and keep the case open. Assemble the indicated plutonium bottle and place it into the case. Stickers can be attached to the inner case. So it gives you a couple extra stickers, because there is supposed to be a sticker on the inside of the case. You'll have to trust me that there is a sticker on the inside of the case here. It gives you some transparent case holders so that if you want to display it, you can display it open, because it just wants to fall closed. But I kind of like it as a little secret, you know, a little hidden part of your display that you have a plutonium case. And I think that's it. Oh, this is what I didn't talk about. I didn't talk about Doc Brown's shoes. Now, I bet you didn't know that Doc Brown is wearing Nikes. Everybody knows about Marty's Nikes, the red and white Bruins. But Doc Brown actually also wears Nikes. He wears orange Nike Vandals. He's got a cool look with his pants up like that. And what do you know? We also happen to have a pair of Nike Vandals. These are a really cool shoe. I remember just finding out that he wears shoes. I always actually thought his shoes were brown, but they are just such a dirty orange that they appear brown. Not to mention his radiation suit covers the majority of the shoe, but these are the style of shoe that Doc Brown is wearing. Orange Nike Vandals. Very, very cool shoe. You can see them replicated here in 1/6 scale. Even with the little strap along the top. Hot Toys does not get licensing for things like Nikes, so Marty doesn't have the Nike swoosh. Doc Brown doesn't have the Nike swoosh. The future Nikes on the Part 2 McFly Hot Toys figure does not have the Nike swoosh. There is people online that sell little decals, 1/6 scale decals, that you can put on your Hot Toys and things, and a lot of people do that. I have not gone down that avenue. But there he is. There is the 1985 Doc Brown Deluxe version. I think the last thing we'll do is, I brought him out, so I might as well show him. Here is the 2015 Doc Brown. If I just take off his future glasses here, you can see that they're the exact same. Oop, we lost the Gremlins notebook there. You can see that they are the exact same face, exact same head sculpt. Just gonna look. I think maybe the coloring is a little bit different. But it is the exact same face. Just take them off their stands here. Exactly the same face. So my issue is I just don't like this permanent gasping Doc Brown face. I know that it's something that he's very, very well known and famous for, that expression, but it just would have been nice to have a different head, right? I don't know, a neutral face. The Marty has a neutral face. So I am looking forward to that for the Part 3 Doc Brown that's coming out. His facial expression is a little bit more neutral. Now, that being said, his hat, I believe, is molded onto his head, so it's not like I can take the Part 3 Doc Brown and put it on one of these figures. But there you have it. Thanks for watching. Check out those channels that I mentioned in the description below. Bitter Asian Dude, Toy Anxiety, YHS, Geek Dad Life. They do a much better job at this. I really just wanted to talk about some of the pieces of Doc Brown's costume, unbox this incredible Hot Toy, and just show off some of the cool things in the BC DeLorean prop collection. I joke that one day when I age out of dressing up as Marty McFly, that's when I'll finally put together a Doc Brown costume. So I'm slowly working on it. I've got a couple pieces, but now I have an incredible reference for a lot of the other pieces there. So thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel. You can follow us online across all social media at BC DeLorean. We look forward to seeing you in the future.